do we come from? And where are we going?
Whoa, that doesn't sound very good.
The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
Whoa, that doesn't sound very good. Whoa, that doesn't sound very good. Whoa, that doesn't sound very good.
All things come to an end,
Sound very good.
even time itself. The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
Whoa, that doesn't sound very good. Whoa, that doesn't sound very good.
Where do we come from? And where are we going?
Whoa,
The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
Whoa, that doesn't sound very good.
Where am I going to get the more?
Whoa, that doesn't sound very good.
Where am I going to get the more?
All things come to an end, even time itself.
Hello, yes, you can hear Genshin. Hi, Laila. Hi, Obigos. Hi, Sakura. Just gotta give me a moment because I'm fixing something behind the scenes.
It's all for my daughter.
Hello. I apologize for the delay, but first I started the stream and the software that I use for streaming kind of crashed. And then now I went live, but I decided to do something to kind of assure myself that that was not gonna happen again. Let me check. Yes, it was like, there we go. Okay, people, so tonight is Genshin Lore Night. If you're new to the community, or if you have never been on a Tuesday stream, I use my alt account to actually review the lore of Genshin and mostly focus on doing the Archon quest. So tonight, those of you that may not know, we have already done the Mondstadt Archon quest, right? We finish it. We talk about Mondstadt, talk about the dragons, talk about everything, then Liyue. And tonight is Inazuma time. We finished the Archon quest of Liyue in the last Tuesday stream. And although I said that I wanted to kind of focus on doing some stuff before actually starting the Archon quest of Inazuma, the truth is that I have way too much to do. Like, I have like a bunch of quests here, and I'm gonna be doing them little by little, but it's gonna take a while because this is like an alt account, it's not my main Genshin account, and it takes me a while there are some of these things that are from regions that I have not visited, so I'm not doing those. I am concentrating on the ones that are either from Mondstadt or from Liyue. So since it's gonna take a while, and because the Archon quest that we're gonna be doing is Inazuma, right? Although it says Liyue over there, it's the Inazuma Archon quest. I think we are good to go. So where are we in the story? If you have any questions about the lore, please, you can jump in at any time and you can let me know. You can ask the questions. So where are we now? And I like doing this wrap up in case somebody out there. Hi, Roots! Roots, I still have to read your message. And I apologize for that, but I need to catch up. How are you, Roots? We're gonna be going to Inazuma today. However, I like doing like a wrap up. Listen, this is the moment to ask Archon quest lore question. I need to close my windows. Hold on. I don't know how I will survive summer. All good is Genshin time already? Yes, it is. So listen, I like doing what I'm about to do because we are not necessarily, everybody is not necessarily in the same place. So in the past streams, I usually make a summary of the Dragon era, the pre-Teyvat era, and then the Archon War and everything. But if I continue doing so, by the time we get to Fontaine, I'm going to spend 1 hour talking. And that is not the purpose. So what I'm doing now is making like a very small summary. But if you have questions about the Dragon era, or you have questions about the pre-Teyvat or the aristocracy of Mondstadt, or any of the Archons or any of the stories, being the ones we have been playing or the new ones, go ahead and make them in the chat, and I'll try to cover, or at least to share with you as much as I know, right? So as you know, we got to Mondstadt. I don't know, we woke up in Mondstadt supposedly after this god, or well, after this god attacked us, which now we know is Asmodee. Before that, there is a whole story about dragons that were the ones, or a civilization of dragons, which does not necessarily mean they were like beasts like the Valin. I now believe, for new lore information, that these dragons do not seem to be beasts at all. They were like, you know, entities that developed technology and everything. So I do think they were dragons, but they had like a human form or something. So we get to Mondstadt, and we find that Mondstadt is facing like some sort of crisis because the Valin has been corrupted. We kind of save Mondstadt, and then we go to Liyue, where the situation is something else, like their Archon or Morax is supposedly killed in the Rite of Descension. After that, we find out that it was actually Zhongli, which is the Archon or Morax, that faked his own death. And all this, we are doing it. Oh no, and I had to tell you something. Chronicle banner guarantee goes away after the banner ends. But is that happening now? Because let me tell you, I lost my 50-50 in the last Chronicle banner in this account, and I just won, and the pity was there, and I just won, what is the name of this woman? Jaimiko. It was just luck, not guarantee. Oh my gosh, then I'm not pulling ever again in that banner. What are they doing? What is this? No, I don't want to do that. I don't care if it has like a quick start or something. I'm doing this in order. Well, but thank you for telling me, Roots, because I thought that, because it's crazy. It happened to me with Riosley. I got Riosley. I got Alhaitham because I lost Ito. And now I got Jaimiko in this other account because, and I thought it was because I lost my Navia to Sidrin. No, that is so convenient for them. Well, Genshin, being Genshin. So, at the end of Liyue, we kind of met this mysterious guy called Dainsleeve, and is at this point, hi Bunny, how are you? Welcome in. Is at this point in the Archon quest that we see our civilian for the first time since we got to Teyvat. And what is shocking is that our civilian is called the Prince by the Abyss forces, and we learn that our civilian is working for the Abyss. I'm good, my dad came to see me, yes. Congratulations, that's good. So that was kind of shocking. That's where more or less the Liyue Arc Conquest end. And every time we end an Arc Conquest, somehow they tell us, you know, go to the next region to see if somebody can tell you anything about your brother or your sibling, right? So this is where we are. So now we start with the prologue, which is called Autumn Winds and Scarlet Leaves. So we are going to be moving to Inazuma. Inazuma, it's a very, I mean, it's a long arc conquest. And I have to say that it's not necessarily my favorite region, for mostly for the puzzles and stuff. But everything for the Archon. So here we go. We're going to start this story. Well, this is not the one. We're gonna do Autumn Women Scarlet Leaves, which is the prologue, and we will see how far we can get in this story. The story starts in Liyue. As you know, well, maybe you don't know, but there is no way to get to Inazuma. Supposedly in the story, Inazuma is this region or country where everything is they kind of have isolated themselves from the rest of the world, from the rest of Teyvat. That's what they have done. And don't forget to update NT. Yep, thank you so much for reminding me. Inazuma really deserves a second playthrough. It's the most misunderstood. Also, I feel that it's a very complicated Arc Conquest. Because at the time we get to Inazuma, like when you're a new player, back in the days, I'm not talking now, because the new players now have an advantage. All this is like old content. And because of that, the new players can search for like walkthroughs, videos, people talking about it, giving you like insight. And it feels like a little bit different. But when you get to Inazuma, and it was like back in the old days, I feel that it was kind of crazy, because for me Inazuma was all about letting us actually see what was a vision, among other things. So yes, we're going to play this. I think it's going to start right away, because you see there.
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your brother would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? He said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets he still has lots more to tell us.
You see, this is something we didn't pay too much attention at the beginning, and it's true. Our sibling kind of tell us, you know, you need to reach the end of your journey. Then you're gonna find out. So, for whatever reason, he doesn't want to taint our experience of visiting all these regions in Teyvat. Because he could have taken us with him and explained us everything, but he didn't. And that is something I didn't think about back in the days. But now that I think about it, I say, why did he do that? Right? It's like, That why I'm asking it myself now. Well, not I didn't ask it to myself when I started playing the game though.
And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another.
And if Paimon is our travel buddy, why are you traveling, Paimon? What do you get from all this? I mean, Paimon for me is like one of the most mysterious figures in Genshin, right?
Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey... Oh, you mean the god that took your brother away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Ooh, Paimon supports that idea. Just the thought of it's so satisfying.
I like Paimon's pissed off face. Same as Venti saying the journey is important, not just the destination. That's true, Roots. That was his message to us on the Mondstadt Archon quest. Also, if we think about it, Chongli tell us also as well to continue forward, right? He tell us something along the lines. I don't have the exact words here, but he says something along the lines of that he admits that faking his death was a test for Liyue people, but that he's stepping down. And then he says, "Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler." And he tells the traveler kind of to head next to Inazuma. He's the one noting that all of the 7 ideals belonging to the 7 gods, that eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles. And so it's kind of tell us, you know, go ahead to Inazuma. So it's like every Archon is at one point is kind of aligned with what our brother tell us. It's like just keep going. And sometimes I think, hey, Moonlit, I want to hear everything about the new thing that you did. Yes, but I think there's more than to it. Do you know what? I believe the traveler is like a very, like if we see now everything backwards, right? With the information we have today. Hi, Darkness. How are you? I'm finally here. I saw you were live, but I was doing something, then I forgot. Then I checked my notifications and I remember. I'm glad to have you here. Listen what I think. Do you guys remember when we did the Sumeru Archon quest that Nahida tell us, you know, I cannot find any information about you in Irminsul. And we kind of know that we do not respond to Teyvat. However, she is able to find our sibling. So I have always asked myself, why are we not part of Irminsul and our sibling is? I think now that maybe doing the journey has to do with the fact that the traveler needs to either get stronger, smarter, wiser, I don't know, or something related to the traveler living through certain things, so the traveler can understand future events or something along those lines, right? Okay, we are in the middle of an ad break. Let us take that ad break, 2 minutes, and I will come back. This isn't part of my main theory, but what if it's like the more you journey, the more your data a descender gets into Irminsul, and if Dottore can corrupt Irminsul, maybe we can do something to the opposite effect. That sounds plausible and logical, but then why did they destroy Irminsul now? What makes no... Although the data of Irminsul is still there. Also, something that Chongli tells us, like at the very end of the Archon quest of Liyue, it was like, continue the journey, because the answers you seek about your sibling cannot simply be given to you. His reasoning at the time in the Archon is like, the truth cannot simply be told, it must be witnessed. And rather than handing over answers, he encouraged the traveler to keep meeting each Archon and seeing each nation firsthand. So that was Chongli's advice. At the time, he also tells us, hold on. At the end, he also tells us that him giving away the noses is because he want to end the contract of all contracts, which we don't know what contract that is either. Also, I think that after willingly giving up his noses, and I think it may goes like with what you were saying, Roots, I think the journey is going to prepare the traveler to actually understand the truth and then be in a position to make like a positive impact in whatever future awaits to Teyvat. And after willingly giving up his noses, I believe Chongli demonstrates that even Archons do not possess every truth. He implies that like every Archon only knows part of Teyvat's story and their perspectives are incomplete, and that some truths are kind of hidden. And also, if we take Chongli as a character, one of the philosophies of Chongli as a character is that history is best understood through first-hand experience. So he basically tells us, you know, become a witness. And this theme, the one of becoming a witness, kind of becomes one of the traveler's defining roles in the overall story. We ask Chongli at the end about Canria. We asking about the cataclysm and about our sibling. And Chongli admits that he knows more than he is saying, but he says, you know, I am bound by the contract not to reveal certain truth. And he essentially says that even if we wish to answer, he cannot violate that contract. At the time of the Liyue quest, we are not told who made the contract, when it was made, or exactly what it covers. And I think that maybe later lore after Liyue kind of suggests that it could be connected to Celestia and the aftermath of the cataclysm, though many details, I think they remain intentionally unrevealed in the game. So he was basically, you know, keep going, go to Inazuma where the Electro Archon resides, and continue asking questions and learning from each nation. And I think that's kind of crazy. Let me see. Darkness says, Nuna, I have a very important question, which you will have to answer because AI is stupid right now. Who should I evolve on Battle Cats? Should I evolve my Uber? Oh my gosh, I don't play Battle Cats. But let me read it all. Should I evolve my uber rare Kalisa type, which needs 2.5 million experience and 3 epic cat fruits, or should I evolve my super rare castaway cat, which needs 1 million, but I only have 1 epic cat fruit and it takes about 2 hours to get one, and I only have 10,000 experience right now, but experience is easy. Super rares are right below uber rares, by the way. Okay, since I don't know how the mechanic works, if you ask me, I would put on some time and effort to level up the cat that it's more rare and does the biggest damage. I would do that one, but I don't play the game, so maybe I'm saying something totally crazy. Also, something else about Chongli, about the whole story, if we think about it, every nation kind of feels like a puzzle, like a piece of a bigger puzzle, right? We got Mondstadt talking where they teach us about freedom. Liyue, which actually explore contracts and the passing of divine rule, and now we're going to Inazuma, which is kind of studying eternity and the cost of resisting change. I believe there is so much yet to discover on Genshin. At the time that I did this Archon quest in my main account, if you had told me, you know, Nuna, you're gonna be going to the moon, I was gonna say no way, Jose. But now that I look at this Archon quest with, let's say, the eyes of someone that already walked this path, now I'm wondering, maybe that's what our civilian wants. They don't want us to join a cause or something just because he is going to tell us to do so, but he wants us to discover the truth by ourselves, by myself or by the traveler self. And by doing that, I wonder, why does it matter? Why do we have to discover that truth? Why cannot Chongli or our civilian or Venti or whatever sit down with us with a cup of coffee and tell us, hey, this is what's going on? It's like if they don't mind about time. Have you thought about it? It's like they don't care if it takes us, because they don't know. We could die. It could take us, like, I don't know, 100 years to keep on walking. So it's kind of crazy from my point of view that it's like, as everybody's telling us, you know, keep going ahead. And sometimes I feel as the traveler that we are the only ones that don't know the real truth of what's going on. I don't know if you guys have felt like that in the game.
Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Lila Harbor! She's from Inazuma! Let's see what she has to say.
Hey, welcome in. Sit down. Amber. Okay, hold on. Let me read yours. your message. It kind of feels like they want the traveler to form emotional links to others in Teyvat. So by the end of this samsara, we can understand the last decision our civilian took at the end of their journey. I think so as well. But why is it important? I mean, from a civilian teaching the other one to be independent, yes. But you know what crazy idea I have thought about, Amber? I have thought, what if we need to do that because our civilian is going to sacrifice himself or herself at the end of the journey? And he wants us to have that wisdom and understanding so we can continue their cause. Or what if they are doing it because we are invisible to Irminsul. That means Celestia cannot keep track of anything we do. So I'm thinking, what if they need us to get stronger and to kind of resonate with all the elements and get all the wisdom and the strength, because at the end we are like the ultimate weapon against Celestia, because Celestia cannot track what we are thinking, what we are doing. There are like so many open questions. Yeah, we are, yes, because the thing with the traveler is a descender, and for some reason, which up to this day we haven't been able to find out in the game, in Irminsul there are no traces of the traveler. Actually, in the last Archon quest we did, the entire crisis in Sumeru with the turret was able to be solved because the shield that was put over Sumeru, the traveler could traverse that shield because we do not abide by the laws of Teyvat. However, our civilian does. Why? We don't know that information yet either. Nuna, if you look the Star Lila up on Google or something, I think my channel on the character will appear. Really? Oh, I'm gonna think about it. Okay, Ruth says, what is freedom is demanded by a god? What is truth is told by someone else? I don't know what I'm saying. Yes, you do know what you're saying. That's also a possibility. So it's like sometimes we feel, or we are kind of invisible to Celestia, of course, and the traveler, nor the traveler or the civilian require a vision to actually resonate with the elements. Although in Notcry we couldn't resonate with the status of Notcry, because of course they are not status of the 7. They are not like an element, an element from Teyvat. It was more like a reaction, but we don't even trigger that reaction as a character. So it's kind of crazy. Where do we have to go? Oh yeah, we're gonna ask. She's like in the middle of nowhere. I should teleport, right? Here. It's interesting because thinking about it, now the story of the traveler is not about finding the civilian, because we actually found our civilian in Liyue. And our civilian said, you know, keep living whatever you're living in Teyvat, experience it for yourself. It was basically like in Liyue, we were told, you know, this is not about you and me finding each other as family or something. This is something bigger. Go ahead and find your own story. So I think the whole story takes a turn in Teyvat. hi, Senatak. How are you? Have you seen Nels? Nope. Not today, at least. I know Nels is like doing some art stuff. Let's see what we learn here.
Hello. Oh, I mean, good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supplies soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liu Ichising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule, loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this, but after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there. You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
The fact that Paimon think we're gonna consider that is crazy.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
You're right. I'm sure Beto of all people will be able to get us there. Her crew is super strong. But Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to take the risk.
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyun's Stone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beto.
What's amazing is that Chongli cannot tell us to go over to Inazuma, but he doesn't give us any help. Oh, he's useless.
Let me read you a verse.
By royal decree, a dash of
Your hard work is paying off, as it should.
There are a bunch of things that I haven't done, but I am going to focus on the Archon quest. I mean, I did that one and I am going to do the Zilly thing because it's just here. Twitch says you're playing Duet Night Abyss. Twitch is crazy, man. Why does it even says that? But thank you for telling me. There you go, I'll fix it. Thank you, Bootops.
A treasure buried in time.
Okay, I believe that maybe that's silly. Do you guys think we can make it from here to there? My gosh. I don't think we're gonna get there. I don't think we're gonna get there. I don't think we're gonna get there. Oh yes, we will get there. I don't remember from back in the days. I don't remember, you know, these things being here. Or this thing, this rope being here. I remember I had a hard time coming up. Oh my gosh, Yuza or Huza, Chief Mate Alker. So you're feeding the traveler to the fishies? What is this? What is this guy? All right, off you go. Cool your head now. Then, traveler, what business might you have with the captain? I've been playing Duet Night Abyss and I can't seem to get past Immortal Repertoire Act 12. Okay. The enemies get really tough. I mean, have you leveled up your characters? Because I feel there are like some enemies that are designed
Waves are as calm as always.
more like
Treasure buried in time.
for people who are like a certain level. Is everything maxed out? Your characters have like the best demon wedges. No, then I'm guessing that is the problem. There are some stuff that are designed for when you reach like the highest level. Oh, this is where we meet Kazuha. Where is my husband? Your husband is Kazuha. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna grab snacks and then come back. The demon wedges are a work in process. Well, get your characters to the last level. What is the last level? 90? Let me tell you, Roots. Frana Human used to have a crush on Kazuha so bad. I was very happy that I was able to get Kazuha early in the game. He was actually the first character that I gave a crown to. He made my life easier. Let's see, is he voice act or let me check.
I knew you guys would come.
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
You also triple crown him first. Oh my gosh, we did the same thing, Roots. Okay, so listen, from the very beginning, we started getting stuff said to us. Like Kazuha goes like, what a fascinating being is Paimon. I think it was also my first triple crown. What is this? We were all Kazuha lovers at this point. And then he also says, you two, referring to Paimon, give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of, yes, the stars. It's as if Paimon does not belong to Teyvat. It was my third limited 5-star. Ooh.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. I prefer other means of entertainment. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
Ah, he's so gorgeous. No wonder we had a crush on him. Welcome back, Bunny. I remember the day I got him. I want to pull for his weapon, but got Nubi's weapon instead. No, I got Kazuha so early. We're gonna... well, I cannot say because we're not in my main account, but... I know I got him very early in the game. Him and Chongli were like... I think they were like two of my first 5-star characters.
Well, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
We got Kazuha before he was meta. Yes, I guess so. Nahida was my first 5-star. You know what? I should go to like my main account and search for all the dates and see which one was my first one, because I cannot remember. I think it was either Chongli or Kazuha. Of course, I could be wrong.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are 2 important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. there are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
You know what I'm seeing now? Stuff that I see in Paimon that raises like some questions. My second was Shiori. Oh my gosh. I need to find out which one were mine. Like the little pin in Paimon's head, it looks like the way the twins are pictured as stars traveling the sky. Also, now that I think about it, her little cape has like a map of the stars. I think that's why some people believe Paimon is some sort of like little robot or AI or I don't know.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
I guess Kazuha kinda explained what is it.
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor. Up to you.
You just want her to take part in your tournament!
I love Paimon's face though. Isn't it like she's so cute, but at the same time it's like
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get to Inazuma, huh?
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazuha and I will be over soon.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Okay, so I don't know because I cannot precisely remember. I do believe we are explained further into the game where this masterless vision came. But this vision actually belonged to one of Kazuha's friend that was often called back in the day Tomo by the community. And it is said that before the events of the Inazuma Art Conquest, Tomo, which was a friend of Kazuha, challenged the Raiden Shogun decree. He dueled Kuhuzara, and after losing, he was executed by the Musu no Hitotachi, I think. And his vision became masterless. And then Kazuha has been carrying that vision, that masterless vision, throughout his travels, hoping that one day he can understand its lingering will. Okay, Amber. So, based on how visions are provided, I don't think that normally a masterless vision can be just adopted by anyone. Hey, Ultra Pyro Link, how are you? So when we see what I believe is one of the most memorable moments in the Inazuma Art Conquest, we will talk about that. I don't want to say it now, I think, because then I will be getting myself ahead of time.
Even time itself.
So let's continue. Kazuha, Ruth says, take care of yourself. Oh my gosh, I remember that Geoculus. Yes, that's great that you're doing good. We're gonna have to get over there. I remember that I struggle a bit to get, not to get to the top, but to actually believe me when I say that I struggle a lot to do this one. Because of course when you start playing you don't have certain skills. I mean, it's not that I have skills myself now anyways. And of course I did remember about that chest. Where do we have to go? Let me check. Okay. Per personally, I believe this is the worst designed part of the entire Liyue map. But we won't discuss that now. I know there is one of these ships. If I'm not mistaken, it's this one. No, not that one. But there is one of them that has like a hidden chest. I can't remember which one is it. I know somewhere around here there is a hidden chest. Oh, maybe it's that one. Oh no, dig here. Well, let's take advantage of this.
Treasure buried in time.
I'm not gonna do many puzzles or exploration of any kind because I'm so bad at this. Going to spend like 10 years doing this.
Cry out, my illustrious.
I'm quite sure there are more things around here to do, but
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters. Hello! Are you here to compete in the Crux Clash?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then allow just anyone to take part. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show over skill is gonna get their butt handed to them. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So, Paimon's wondering, are you a renowned fighter?
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
most official tournament out there.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. There were plenty of competitors when I took part. Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. I soon sorted them out. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled out a knife. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us. I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1, but I still got the upper hand. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed.
Got to see something awesome just now. What did you see, Moonlit? Now I wanna know.
Hand them over to the Millilith. I received quite the commendation.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work. Alright, we're gonna keep looking around.
I'll see you in the arena, but I don't plan on losing to a pair of children anytime soon.
Fireflies. It's been a while
That's right. Nothing beats
that I
real-life
haven't seen them,
combat
but I've
for
seen them
honing
when
your
we
skills.
go up to the
That's what our master taught
mountains
us.
here in
But
my
this
country.
tournament is more
We have
than
like a
just chance
small
to put
house.
training into practice.
We haven't
It's
been
also
there
a chance for us to obtain the
for a
mastery of
while.
this vision.
Exactly. With a vision,
but
we quickly become our master's top students.
in about 2
This
weeks
master of yours
maybe
must be
we
pretty
will watch
incredible, huh?
Fireflies.
And
Not
it's
there
famous?
though, but
Famous. He's the founder of the Ling Shan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. Liang and I are both proud disciples of his. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is nowhere near as famous as the master himself anyway. He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles of kung fu, and countless other clans have borrowed extensively from him. To the Ling Shan clan, he teaches a special technique known as force dispersal.
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you and neutralize attacks without moving an inch. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change the direction of an incoming stone, all without breaking a sweat.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to grips with the very basics. There's no way we could use it proficiently yet.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to pay the tuition fees and still have nothing to show for all our training.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a Grand Master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to show you're sincere about it.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Master is getting increasingly impatient with us. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their training.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Ling Shan clan will go down in history. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
See you in the arena.
What gets crazy is that this school that Lian and Chaiji supposedly went to, the game kind of suggests like it is a fake school. Like if it is not true, you know. Is it this? Here I am, like hanging around every single ship.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
Did you take a picture or made a video movie? Fireflies are
believe
so
it.
magical.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as a champion. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seemed to get on with just about everyone socially. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection yet, because there's one thing I'm still missing. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
I like the fact
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So they very kindly made special
of why he's
arrangements on my
pursuing
behalf.
that vision. It's kind of crazy, but there are actually
I've also
humans
brought
in
along
real
a bit of
life
an
that think
entourage
that way,
for
you
moral
know.
support. It's such a blessing, really, to have so many good friends in my neighborhood. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high achiever by nature, I'm confident I've done enough to guarantee my victory in this tournament. Ha! You don't mince your words, do you? The arena will be the judge. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average.
I mean, Paimon couldn't have made like a better summary of what's going on. But I like the fact that this guy actually wants the vision just because he thinks that is the only thing that makes him. That's the only thing he's missing to be perfect. And I believe that sometimes some of us in real life are like that. I have this friend, and she's always like waiting for the perfect moment and for the thing that's gonna make you, you know, do something when everything is perfect. And it is kind of crazy. This was like one of the dialogues, honestly, that stuck to me the most. Because it was like, what do you mean you're just missing a vision to be perfect?
Jinxa Village arm wrestling champion, huh? All right, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get her autograph later.
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against all sorts of monsters, even the Fatui, and always come
That's
out on
because
top.
Nuna is lucky.
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide a few claims to fame? It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osial, so that's one. Do you have any others?
This is kind of hard to choose. Like, what should I choose? I saved Valin. I'm the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to mention that the previous battles include, but are not limited to, Storm Terror, Dvalin, and Fatui Harbinger Child.
Whoa.
I
Might
like
as well declare
Paimon's
her the
face.
champion
She's so proud of
I
us.
wonder if it's too
It's
late to withdraw.
painful.
Okay,
It's like
that's
she's her
plenty.
mother, and she's like,
Actually,
"Hi,
this is the
good
most
morning,
dazzling
what
track
better
record I've
matters?
ever
How
seen.
are you?"
By a long shot. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a brief word about the prize. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim the grand prize, namely, a vision.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see.
But are
So,
not limited
I
to
take
these
it you
big
discussed
words
your
don't
terms with
fit in
Beto
there.
in
Her
advance
tiny
then.
mouth, is she a lollipapa? It was like she was like giving our entire curriculum.
Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important reason for being here. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule in this tournament. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstandings. In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win, even without using any elements, right? Alright, it's showtime! You got this!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete?
I remember struggling in
Good.
this
Then
event,
please follow me into the arena.
and I would probably struggle now as well.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about? Ugh, how am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show she put on just now, she's more than convinced me of her ability. So come on, we all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against
That
you.
never not makes me laugh. Kazuha is like one of those characters that I really loved from the very beginning.
Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right?
No, Beidou,
So,
we don't wanna. I don't wanna
straight
fight
through to the semifinals.
anybody
But we
that's
all
at my
just started
level.
the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
This is how Captain Beidou works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
To be fair, Paimon was thinking that too.
All right, I'm gonna watch
You
some more of
got
the
me,
tournament.
Suki. I
If there's
read
any
that in
potential
this morning
contenders for you
stream,
out there, I
Lila.
wanna know who they are and what
Congratulations.
they're about. We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. I have not seen her so excited in quite some time. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you are ready to push through the storm that lies ahead.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take you into the arena.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My girl's at the top of her game. She ain't gonna lose.
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. Fury! It's a fury! I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was
Paimon is
beaten
neither
by the
here nor
best.
there. For a fairy, she's huge and fat. For a dwarf, she's tiny and doesn't have a beard. For a halfling, she's flying. For a plush, she's alive. Even if she can have a life-size 1/1 plush, this seems so deliberate. It's too much. Something about her reminds me of Gunther from Adventure Time. I don't know who that is. The primordial evil before time, Orgalor, who fell on Earth and was squeezed into the shape of a penguin due to atmospheric pressure. I don't know. I feel at some point, I believe sometimes that Paimon is more like a companion that we got at ourselves. that it was sent. I don't know. Sometimes I believe she's like a robot.
Right! For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance to get one. But mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strongest. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Wow! Now that's true strength talking.
If you have the chance in the future...
Of course, because if she's a robot, she can do that. Like, she doesn't respond to the human's love of interaction. That's what sometimes I feel, but sometimes I feel she's more like something that was created to be the companion of the traveler. Either maybe, I don't know, maybe she's an AI from the traveler spaceship, or
so don't get too cocky.
I don't know. I like the Kuhenki born from Columbina herself.
Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Hi, Camilo Libaba. Uncle June.
Ah, it's you!
We don't know, because remember that
I myself
although
was
I do
eliminated in the
believe
third round.
Paimon responds to Teyvat laws, right?
If only I could have advanced one more round.
Maybe next time, huh?
But every time anyone from Teyvat sees Paimon, they find her to
Why,
be
yes. He's the same one who defeated me.
weird.
He is a formidable
Like,
opponent.
she
but
doesn't
got
belong to
defeated swift to take
Teyvat.
advantage of his
She has
opponent's
some
missteps.
symbol on her
I faltered
clothes
for but
that
a brief moment, but before I knew it, he had me on
actually
the floor. Given my stature, I have no fear
tell us
squaring
that
off with physically
she
strong
has something
opponents.
to do with
Facing a
Celestia.
nimble, agile opponent such
So
as him,
as I see
I
it,
found
it
myself
would make
completely
sense
out of
if
my
she's
league.
tied to Celestia
Still,
in
I'm
any
sure
way
there'll be
that
no
she
match for
keeps
you.
on moving when everything is paused. But the truth is that at this point, we don't know who really Paimon is. We don't know who she is or what she is. So we don't have her true identity. I don't know. Those are just theories of mine because we really don't know. The game has dropped several clues along the years about Paimon's identity. We found her under the water, fishing her out of a lake. So the official story that Paimon tells us is that she was drowning. We rescued her and she has traveled with us ever since. So the game never actually explained, I guess intentionally of course, where she came from, why she was in the lake, or what she was doing before meeting the traveler. However, because of the way Chongli talks to Paimon during the Liyue, in a part of the Liyue Archon quest, and some interactions that Paimon has with people from Teyvat, and the way she gives us information about Teyvat, it is obvious that she knows a bunch of stuff about Teyvat that we don't know. So it's like she belongs to Teyvat, or at least has all the information. But we don't know what species she is, Many characters comment on Paimon's appearance. Some characters call her a fairy, a spirit, a floating companion, an elf, or simply Paimon. No scholar, archon, or even ancient being has ever identified Paimon's species. Not even Chongli, Nahida, or even Nubilet can actually explain what she is. She's strangely connected to the Traveler. She cannot translate conversation, remember history, reacts to changes in the world, but rarely becomes a direct focus of the story. I believe like her role is almost that of the Traveler, permanent companion and witness. However, she does have several visual details that have fueled speculations in the community. She has celestial stars motifs, a crown-like halo, clothing decorated with constellations and with the symbols of Celestia. And those symbols kind of resemble those associated with Celestia and the unknown god, which is Asmodee. And these similarities are deliberate, though their meaning is still unknown. So there are like several theories that I have. The first one is that Paimon is connected to Celestia. She's either a servant, a messenger, or a lesser celestial being that kind of drifted from Celestia, maybe. The theory too is that she's one of the Four Shades. Since we don't know where Asmodee is, and it is said that Asmodee has been missing since the Traveler actually disappeared. So, and after the revelations about the Primordial One and the Four Shades, some players, including me, began wondering if Paimon could be one of those ancient entities in a weakened, like in a more weaker form. And the fact that nobody's actually recognized her in Teyvat. Although there is like no direct evidence that she's a shade, but it remains like a popular theory that sometimes I believe. Thank you so much, Bonnie. I still haven't installed it. And the third theory that's hung around in there in the internet is that she is related to the unknown god. Like this open antagonist. I just hope I don't die here. Where do I have to go? I need to talk to you. If I'm talking to somebody I don't get.
Well, where did the other guy go?
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it.
So some people believe
why didn't you dodge?
Paimon is the 10th Harbinger. Well,
Why
there
don't
is
you
one
dodge, they
Harbinger
asked?
that nobody knows
Because
who
to not
he
dodge
is.
is the
Maybe
very
it's
essence of Ling
Paimon.
Shun Clan Kung Fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet.
Is that a yellow, black, orange robot around you? Yes, it is. Another theory is that maybe Paimon has lost her memories, although I do not support that theory because she remembers everything about Teyvat. However, she never discusses her past. She has no family, no homeland, no childhood memory, and no explanation for her abilities. And other people think that Paimon may represent time. Like one of the oldest lore theories links Paimon to the missing shade of time. Although we know by now that it's not missing, right? Because some of the reasons are like loading screens involving time have Paimon. For what you are actually mentioning, One Better Matters, that everything pauses but Paimon keeps going. That's why a lot of people believe she has a link to the shade of time. And also like her association with the stars and celestial cycles. So it's more like a symbolic and has not been some. It doesn't have any sustained information in the story, but I don't feel it could be crazy. Maybe we already know at this point in the game that there are differences going on among the shaders and that not everything is running smoothly. So it could make sense. Especially because remember that those 4 shaders, Istaroth, which is actually the shade of time, which now we know was the mother of Sibai. She gave part of her power, especially her time management power, to Venti to kind of solve the situation in Mergivari. So, and she was worshipped in Mondstadt and in Kanomiya. She has many titles, including Kairos, the Thousand Winds of Time, Tokoyo Okami, or the God of the Everlasting Time. And she appears to have helped several important figures throughout the history of Teyvat, like aiding the people of Enkanomiya, helping establish early Mondstadt faith along Barbatos, and influencing events across thousands of years. Unlike most gods, Istaroth seems capable of acting across different points in time, and it would make sense that she would create this being to kind of assist the Traveler, since the Traveler was sent by Asmodee into the future. I don't know. That's just like a crazy theory. I mean, space and time are connected, like Temple of... Yes, I know. What's the point of having a time stop in a place? If that's the case, you can enter it or do anything. Is there? Is it actually stealing something outside? A demon, a lore? Well, yeah. Like... Like we have, in Genshin, we have a story, which is the Mergivari. That's still like... Although we went over there, it's still like a huge mystery in the game. But in this area, there is no wind. Like no wind blows, and time has been frozen. There's also this area in Sumeru where time is frozen. No, like I can. What do you mean when there you can enter a spatial time stop, literally? Of course, I mean, when better matter, you need to use your imagination. This is a game, and a game does not necessarily need to respond to the laws of physics that we know in the real world. Like sometimes in the games, there are like we have it like in Our Knight's Enfield. There are scenes that should not be happening according to the physical laws that we know in the human world, but it's a game. So basically they will just come up with a theory of why we are doing it, but we did go to Mergivari at some point.
I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the
moment. What is the new character? Is that girl with the dragon tail, by the way, Silly?
Oh, alright then.
So we went to Mergivari and to solve some crisis at some point when we were at the end of the Natlan conquest, I think.
We still haven't got
But again, if you can see, like when we do escape and everything stage, she's still moving, and that could be explained if she's a creation of Istaroth, which is the Shade of Time. The Shade of Time can do a bunch of things as well that defy everything we know. Istaroth, which is the Shade of Time, is the mother, supposedly, of Sibai. Sibai is this geo character in the game that is called the Daughter of Time. And then, although the game has not directly say they are like mother and daughter, that like she literally gave birth to Sibai, we don't know that for sure, but She did protected Sibai from the death. I mean, from Celestial wrath, and kind of saved her in a very unorthodox way, though. But it would make sense, and I do believe that Paimon has some sort of ties to Celestia. And it could make sense if it was provided by the Shade of Time herself. That's just like a crazy theory, though, because at this point everything we're talking about is theories. Nothing is has been confirmed by the game.
I can sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, and it could have cost you the match.
I think space and time are
are
distorted and therefore aren't directly related anymore. It would make sense. But she also happens like when the game is paused. If you see right now, you can see that Paimon is the only one. Well, she's the only one floating, although our hair is moving, everything is moving, you know. But Paimon does stays blinking and
in fact,
other
I
stuff.
discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet.
Yes, it did happen, and that is actually canon.
But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beto did.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
The Shade of Space, we got like the 4 shaders, right? And the Shade of Space, which is oh my gosh, what is the name? Asmodee. It has been already confirmed that is the ruler of space, and she's the one that appears at the beginning of the game and actually encapsulates the civilians in these red blocks and send one civilian to one place and one civilian to another place. So she's the ruler of space, and right now she's missing. Nobody knows where she is. So she is the god who separated the traveler from their civilian at the beginning of the game. And then we have Easteroth, which is the Shade of Time, and she actually even gave part of her power to Venti, which is the Archon of Mondstadt. And this God of Time, most of the information about her is in Encanomia. Insanity. Meaning doing the exact same thing, expecting another outcome. I think you think too much about the games and you try to give them like a logical explanation. Personally, I believe to enjoy the games, you cannot go around looking for like a story that is perfectly defined by the things that we know in real life, like I don't know, like laws of physics, the space, the whatever. I was listening to somebody saying, no, because in the moon, the gravity is, I mean, this is a game. If you want to know about the real moon and the real gravity in the moon, you go to the NASA, I don't know, website. But here, everything as I see it, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, is like all this is like a magical word where there are no rules, where there are explanations that are not gonna make sense from like a logical point of view. And who is Solar Insanity Seed, for heaven's sake? I don't know who that person is, or if it's a website, if it's a game. I'm totally lost here because I'm talking about Genshin. Oh, okay, the Seed of Insanity. Hi, Solar Insanity Seed. Okay, you guys were having a conversation. I thought you were talking to me, but that's fine. This guy has lost his mind. That's fine. It doesn't matter. We are all out of our minds at some point. So that is where Genshin stands right now, in terms of space and time. He thinks Wasa can help. Well, I guess Wasa means like what's up, right?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the
That's
final
what
round.
Asmodee said.
They'll be stronger than the one we
Are you
faced
kidding
in the
me? Did she
semifinals?
said that?
Not exactly.
Asmodee said
Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something
she
unique
has
about their
this
style.
quote
As
that
for the
she
guy you'll be
said
facing,
at the
his
time
skill
that
lies in his
she
speed, and he has superior
separated
form.
us
It's also obvious
from
that he's seen
our
his fair share of
sibling, and
battles.
it was
What's the matter?
the
Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
arrogation of mankind ends now. And then boom chakalaka, she separated us.
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere a little quieter.
I'll go
shall we?
anywhere with you,
I haven't properly
Kazuha.
introduced myself yet.
Although Roots is here.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge regarding your opponent's particular skill set. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be
Wasa
all
is
that's
from
necessary to
Scary
bring your
Movie. I
opponent
haven't
down.
seen that movie.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
You betcha!
Hey, hi Woozy, how are you?
Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does
Well,
one not leave a trail when,
you know,
however, there is
we
only
may
so much
vibe in
that
the
can be
same level.
discerned
I
from
don't
these
think
traces?
I think I lost my mind
I sense that
a
many
bunch of
things
time
about
ago,
you elude me
and I
still.
don't want to recuperate
These are the
it
things I am
either. I
curious
want
to
to
know
live
about.
like in my
Come with me.
happy insanity place
Some
right now.
post-match entertainment is in order.
My insanity seems better than the actual curse of the word. Okay, let's go. I will follow him. Where is Kazuha? No, I'm not gonna walk all that. Hold on. Woozy was someone with the Waza. I will follow him wherever he may go. What? Where? There isn't. Kazuha, where are you?
Now that we're alone,
No,
let
the
me cut to
lazy
the heart of the
teleport,
matter.
of course. I
You
was
are
not gonna
skilled
walk
in
all that.
manipulating the elements. And not
I'm
the
just here
simple
for the
ones.
story. I have 5 years
multiple.
playing this game,
Is that correct?
and I'm doing the story a second time. Just the story. I mean,
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities
yes,
are
he
negligible
can.
compared to your incredible
I
feats.
think, personally,
To think a
one of my
human could
favorite
wield the
character
elements
lores
without a
is the
vision.
one for Kazuha.
And not to mention your incredibly complex scent.
And he's the only character we have seen actually being able to wield two elements at the same time.
Weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to
And
how
I
you
think that
managed
made
to
him
obtain your
kinda
combined
cool during the
elemental
Inazuma
abilities?
Arc Conquest.
Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learn to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
You see, look at this part. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learn to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat? And the two responses of the traveler are related to Paimon. It's all thanks to Paimon's knowledge. It's all thanks to Paimon's companionship. So basically,
It's nothing really. Paimon just told her whatever came to mind. It's been a
I
long
don't
journey,
buy it,
and many
Paimon.
things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange. Now then, let's test your skills, shall we?
I don't even remember what I was. Defeat a monster. Oh.
Oz revealed.
Now I have problems because all I got is cryo. Shit.
As you wish.
Yeah, now you're going. My poor Skirk.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent's speed, he shouldn't be able to overwhelm you.
Okay, bye. Good day to you all. Good day to you
Your
too.
opponent is
Task
skilled
meal,
at
eggs,
controlling
bread,
his breathing
onions,
and maintaining
circles.
balance, which
Are
enables him
there
to
onions
execute
that are not
moves that many
circle?
would find
And
impossible.
sausages, if
He
Granny
relies
allows me.
entirely
Gonna
on the
do
element of surprise to
groceries.
defeat his opponents.
Bye.
In other words,
It's gonna
as
be on
long
your
as you
list
remain mindful
tomorrow.
of his ability
That's
to
for
detect
sure. So
weak
you're gonna have to
points,
mark it
then his
complete.
attack should pose no threat to you.
I'm grinding, trying to get sinus pizza paddle. What the heck is that?
Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies
I mean,
all
autumn is
known
my
principles.
favorite season
The
of the
world is a
year,
truly
so of
mysterious
course I was
place,
gonna
it
love
seems.
Kazuha and
And one will
Liyue,
always
and
encounter
especially the
that
fact
which
that
is
he
still
has like
unknown.
autumn leaves.
You seem kind of obsessed
Well, they are
with
not
visions,
autumn, but autumn
but
colored
don't you
leaves.
already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between visions and the elements?
There goes Paimon making the right questions, you know.
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods,
And here lies my theory on visions.
and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions. My apologies. You must be completely in the dark regarding such matters. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways, I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding Inazuma. So that's what you're curious about? Then allow me to tell you more.
Oh, okay. I don't think, I think I have Sina in my main
As
account.
you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably, sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients dead.
Okay, so here are like two important things. The first one, visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. And the second one, people that have accepted this gift are now. So there are people that do not accept the gift of a vision. In the terms of the game, I think that is kind of cool because I have always thought that visions are nothing more than just monitoring devices for exceptional
outset,
individuals.
Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro Archon now doubt these criteria, or even the act in and of itself? Not to mention, with no new Electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings on the matter.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know,
Drisel!
she is an Archon that
Oh my
pursues
gosh, and
eternity.
do you have
She will
strength?
relentlessly
You should
carry
be
out her will with
resting.
no regard to what others may think or feel. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change, but the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
You got the new character? Well, I don't know. I'm broke and I did all my pull for chaos and couldn't get chaos. I think you should rest.
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go. I wish to see who will obtain the vision.
Ah, my dear child. I mean, my dear Kazuha. I appreciate they teleport me back here because I was not.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please!
Who am I gonna fight?
We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! This is the final match! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now, at long last, the two finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen her, her reputation knows no bounds.
Guys, I'm gonna be right back because I bake cookies and I need to put them like in an airtight container before I continue because I don't want ants or anything coming to the cookies. Okay, they have been put away. I did take one with me. Here it is. The cookies. The cookies. They have like a cream cheese top and they are, the dough is like a strawberry. See, they are like a strawberry. Well, you cannot see the strawberry jam, but it has a strawberry jam inside. It gives them like a little strawberry flavor. And then it has like a cream cheese cover on top of it. And it's very good. And They are not like crunchy. They are more like chewy stuff. They're very good.
She strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Liyue's Traveling Hero!
Nuna!
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment.
Roots, how dare you miss the celebration? It has carrot cake. What has carrot cake? I love carrot cake. No, it has like the dough is like chewy. It has a little bit of a strawberry jam. Like those are yummy.
I'm sure everyone
The other
her
ones are gone
thrilling
though.
match in the semifinals.
Because here, if it has carrots or banana, they're gone right away. Because they are like, everything banana is my
But
husband's
today's final
favorite, and
round will
everything
surely
carrot
take things
is
up a
my
notch.
youngest favorite. So those tend to go away
As
really
for
fast.
our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived. Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. This is the finals.
And you had carrot cake. I love carrot cake, Woozy. Let me tell you, whenever you are doing like banana bread, you see how many people do banana bread and the banana bread doesn't turn moisty?
Apologies, everyone just sit tight.
Um,
They've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
all you have to do if you want your banana bread to be moist and soft is add, like for a regular loaf, is add like 1/4 of cup of carrot puree. Like you boil the carrots and you make
Wait a
them a
moment.
puree, and then
Something doesn't seem right about this. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
oh, this is the guy who stole the stuff, I think. Now I remember.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
We don't know when it was taken exactly.
An outbreak will be coming. When the outbreak comes, because it's lore stuff, I'm gonna pause and wait for you guys.
I never thought that someone
Get
here
some
would have the
water.
guts to cross Captain Beto.
You guys can go to the bathroom.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze. The culprit has only acted recently. They will not have gotten far. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be certain to get it back.
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you then.
And of
I'll
course to
stay here
Nuna.
and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came to see the match.
Let me see, how far away are we from... Okay, hold on. Oh, we're doing the follow the wind thing. We're in the last part. I think we can complete this one today.
If you would, please come with me.
Yeah, it's like we are in the middle of every problem in Teyvat. Okay, the act will start like
Come
in
with
3
me.
minutes.
I can sense the winds are coming.
I love Kasuga. I guess it is. What is it? For once, I was going in the right way, people.
A wind current?
Yeah, I know there's a wind current, but you know in Liyue how these things count towards exploration? We're gonna take those ones first. And then we're gonna take the wind current. Where do we have to go? Oh! Nuna didn't know. I'm gonna have to make this again. Because Nuna was, you know, picking up the stuff. Of course, Nuna.
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance.
Oh, shoot.
Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
There goes Nuna.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the price in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Was that guy part of the Archon quest, or he was just like randomly
The
there?
culprit is on the opposite shore now.
Again?
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Ah, Harry. Do I have to do it again? No, please. Oh my gosh, I'm so low. No, I'm not gonna fight with all those slimes.
Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
So here I am, like not wanting to find the slimes, and the slimes still follow me. No.
You caught up with me? How is that possible?
Okay, I'm gonna wait for everybody. Yes, the ad break is over and we can continue. Because we're hanging around with Kazuha. What do you mean, how's that
I had
possible?
even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
I have always find funny how, like in movies and games in general, the bad guys and the good guys sustain this kind of a conversation before they actually clash against each other. Like, sometimes I think it doesn't make any sense.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision. Drat! If I only had a vision. Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gaze. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed.
I like how the little mosquito is just back there, you know.
I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I was pursuing you.
Kind of funny.
In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist, namely speed, stealth, and style.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Yes, we have the power of poetry and win and poetry in our side. He's so cute though.
Fine. I admit it.
Maybe he's gonna have a comeback in Cheshnaya.
I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters. I fought my way to the finals and...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent.
I didn't tell you to win the
Paimon's
contest
face.
through
You
skill
see what I
alone
mean?
all
I mean,
along.
like, he's the villain.
Then
Why are we
you
having
showed
this conversation?
After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I'd prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to catch up to
And
me.
then the mosquito in the back is driving me crazy. Look at that! The mosquito is eating Paimon.
Drat. This should have gone
Oh, the
differently.
mosquito is in our heads. What does you mean?
Really? Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a useless shell to me.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
Ah, he's so bad. Look at him. Yes, we're gonna break the arms.
You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the Crux fleet. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Whoa, we don't need to go that far, do we?
Paimon is claiming mercy.
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
A little fish. I'll have my revenge. Eventually.
I couldn't even do the full rotation and then I killed him.
Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please!
No, we're gonna kick your behind.
He has persevered to the
For
bitter
stealing our
end,
empty
and now death
vision
looms
anyways.
near. Yet still the gods do not bestow their favor upon him.
So he was just making a test
Put
here.
down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind. No further punishment for you.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes, I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this experiment. I've tried many other methods in the past. Though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I'm hoping for.
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. So you are also unable to rekindle the vision. No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Yeah, what's the story behind this
Okay,
vision
here we
anyway?
get the story.
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. As a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha.
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Do not let my feelings trouble you. But thank you.
The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
As you can imagine, right? I'm gonna try. Come here, Bennett.
You want me on your team?
I'm gonna try and get that one.
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
Now I have to walk all the way back. Jesus. Where am I supposed to go? What do you mean? How did I end up this way? What? I hate that. Well, let's go. There's no way. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Yes. Noon, are you doing a co-working stream tomorrow? I have a lot of stuff to do. Story time? Yes, I am. I need to co-work because honestly, I have like 2 days where I haven't done much. I mean, I have done the necessary and what and what I could deal with, and I know that's perfectly fine, but I need to catch up on some stuff. Oh, please. All the enemies are here now. Especially this woman, which I hate.
Outlines your fate. Attack in front.
And her deadly mosquitoes. Is there some sort of, I don't know, like any dig here or something? Now I suspect everything. I'm not gonna do this. I don't know. I have the feeling that that's gonna be done at some other time. Because if I remember correctly, this is like part of a huge thing that you have to do across this place. Yeah, like look at the other one over there. You see? Is there something like some dig around here stuff? No. Chuhan.
Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe she went back to her ship.
I have to do a bunch of editing as well. Editing is so boring. I admire you because you edit so good and so fast. Every time I do one editing, I end up drained.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with one another.
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite some time.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case,
I
then the
mostly
rules
just
stipulate
grab
that he
clips
is
and not
disqualified.
subtitles.
And our
Maybe
hero
crop some
here is the
stuff out.
champion.
Yeah, I know, but finding the
Thought we'd
clips,
win and all, but not like this.
it's kind of
It doesn't matter.
exhausting.
As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the champion's medal to award
Because I have
you.
very bad memory, so I cannot remember when the important moments or the things that I want to clip are. And then I have to watch the entire stuff.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. She is a woman of her word. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to reawaken the vision.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
I wanted to make it to Rito, but I don't know if it's 11. Nuna, do you know about marker on Twitch? You can make a mark while you're streaming so you can find it. No. I don't know about that. What do you mean? I watch I stream for a bunch of hours. So imagine I watch everything. What do you mean marker? What is that? People. Setting sail. Okay, we are going to do this one at least, because I want to get to Ritu tonight. But that's fine. I mean, marking while I'm streaming at least is better than watching 4 hours of stuff. Like my gaming streams are usually 4 hours, so. Catherine, give me the stuff. I want to go to Inazuma tonight, at least get there.
What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that... Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beto will be taking to Inazuma, right? Oh, is that right? Well, it's an honor to meet you. The fleet has nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway. Captain Beto sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beto is the captain of her word.
Of course. There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be...
Because I remember, I don't know, maybe I'm not right, but I do remember that it was so pretty, like, it was kind of emotional, the traveling in Beto's ship to Inazuma.
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
We're gonna see a Catherine everywhere, Paimon.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Guyan Stone Forest.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us know.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alcor.
Okay, guys, do you think okay. I forget, do you have a stream deck? No, I don't think I have. I don't have that. I don't even know what it is, but I mean, it's a stream deck like all the button things that you punch
You
or
finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already.
okay, I need to hear this. Hold on.
Don't look too serious. I'm only joking. You're just on time.
I
The
don't
crew's
have
just
button
finished making
things.
Final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest, the nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Paimon is so happy though. That is even painful. Look at that. I love this part.
Oh, hi there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Oh, it's
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye!
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
I understand your frustration,
Don't underestimate
Paimon.
the reaches of the Sakoku decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Okay, so first things first, at least this waypoint is open, which means I can come back to Rito at any time. The music is adorable, I know. You don't need the button thing, just make it easier. You do need Stream Manager open though. Oh, that's fine. So we're gonna do like a little bit, because I have like a half an hour, right? You know, I do have I don't bother, you know, I will just come back here. There. Okay, so my idea is to, if I'm not mistaken, there is, in one of these places, there is a chest. I can't say where, but no, I know where it is. Hold on. Let's get our citizen ID though.
Hello?
Yeah,
Please
this
state your
area
name,
doesn't lock
identity,
you
and the
in
purpose
as
of
far
your
as
visit.
other areas do.
Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
I don't remember very well. Is this the part where we have to... Let me check. Because if I'm not mistaken... I know there is one part where you need to respawn certain things, but I don't think it's here.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
Poor Paimon was so stressed out.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
That lady kind of sounds like Shiori, maybe.
Okay. Your
Hey,
papers are all
Danny,
in order.
welcome
Welcome
in.
to
Good
retail.
morning for you.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency.
Is it bad? I only just realized you changed your stream layout. I changed my stream layout like every day. It's like I am never satisfied with the layout.
Yes,
I
one
know I
branch
have
of
a
the Tri
problem.
Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
But I did change it because I wanted something with a summer feeling. I love the seasons, so I wanted something summerish, if that makes sense. So I changed it a little while ago. There goes Nuna, you know, looking for chests and stuff, and poor Toma waiting for me. like it. I wanted. I asked the person who made it to make one with like a summer vibe and to make me one with an autumn vibe. And so on, because I love the seasons. And she did.
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
I appreciate. Where are we going out here? Eureka. Please give me my papers. And then to make one like winter, Christmassy.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Like Paimon is
Okay,
attached to
the
me.
processing fee will be 2 million Mora.
2 million?
Look at Paimon!
Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total.
But Paimon
Don't
is
worry,
worth like half
you
a
can trust my
million,
math.
maybe.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 Mora total.
Was she kind of tried to... I don't know.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But
She
as
was
this is
cleaning
just a
her
processing
pocket.
fee, I think 600 Mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
Are we bribing a government official?
By all means, bargain the price down, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
The fact that at the end it was 600 Mora and dinner. What is this? I guess the woman has a crush on Toma.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600?
Yes, we need the stuff.
What's wrong with people's sense of finance around here?
With people's sense of finance. Oh my gosh, I couldn't remember this dialogue. This is so fun.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So
That
when the
sounds
day
like
comes
a
that
third
some
world
poor merchant from
country.
overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here.
That
and
sounds
needs to
like my
apply for
country, that's why I'm
residency.
saying.
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that
Although
having a
here, I
local
do
friend
admit,
really comes
like,
in handy.
maybe 20 years ago, like all of those fees became like centralized and all of them are published, so you actually know what you have to pay. But still it brings memories from my early 20s.
Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides
Back
help,
when
support,
Hoyo
and
regularly
structure for outlanders
butchers
trying
knew
to survive in
for
retail.
Star Kids
Essentially,
because
it's an
they made him a
association
Zen
devoted to both
attack
commercial
when he
excellence
wants
and survival
HP for
skills.
chill and ER for... Yeah.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement. when you're an
Sounds like
Outlander in
just
Inazuma.
staying alive is an achievement.
So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma.
Although I feel we'll
She is
see
a
that up
deity
to
who
this
reigns on
day,
high,
we
while
still
all other life
struggle
gazes up
like
in awe.
getting the stats that the characters needs. I mean that artifact system is so twisted.
going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Plus, at the time, we had less options of artifacts also.
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Yeah, we need to...
Really? Wow! The Rito Fixer's better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price, you understand?
Not you too!
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first.
Because for so long, Toma was a good pyro applier. It was just a pain to build with how they made him. Yep. I think there were many characters at the beginning of the game, many 4-star characters that were launched like solo. And when I mean solo, it was like they gave us characters that were sometimes hard to build, but also at the same time they had like very specific teams. It's not like now they give you like Lua and you kind of know that they give you that and that he's a very good support for this and that character. Like back in those days, I want the hardtail. Oh, the Wild Pikachu female. I don't think I have that one. Let me see if I can get it.
I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
Paimon make it sound so shady.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Listen, Toma, you are going to stay there. Because I need to unlock that status of the 7. You know, I'm sorry, Toma. I'll be right back. Just wait for me. Yes, I know there are stairs and everything, but you know the excitement. Yes, we got it. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's true. You cannot see all of Inazuma at once. Okay, now I'm gonna check something. I remember the struggle trying to reach that place, and was it from this tree? I can't really remember, but I know it is a tree that you go up. Yeah, that was a tree. Na 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 na. Okay, well, we made it to Rito, and next Tuesday we are going to continue the main story. Now we need to kind of wrap up everything we have seen, refresh the Archon. One of the main reasons why refreshing the Archon quest is important, especially now that we're going to Sheshnaya, is that I believe Sheshnaya is going to be one of those places where we are going to get answers, and we will we can go through the front door. And a lot of old stories are gonna come back to life. Who's the guy we need to see? Well, he's somewhere around here, but we're gonna stay here and do our recap, right? So,
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
It's not like I'll get any customers.
Inazuma's cooking. Sorry.
All things come to an end. Even time itself.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all.
The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all. Sorry. I need to think about
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
I'm not used to it at all.
Sorry. Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
Should I close her? It's not like I'll get any customers.
Okay, so let us do the recap. And I had so many breakthroughs today about my lore theory. I guess when Kazuha is present, anything is possible. Well, I do believe Kazuha hinted us to Seshnaya now. And I'm gonna tell you why, but let me do the recap and then we do the theories. First of all, I'm gonna try to summarize it, but first of all, we got the twins and the sustainer at the beginning of the story. The traveler and their sibling are world travelers who journey between worlds as they attempt to leave Teyvat. They are confronted by a mysterious god who declares the abrogation of mankind ends now. She calls herself the sustainer of the heavenly principle. Now we know her name is Asmodee, the ruler of space, and defeats the twin, sealing away the traveler's powers and separating the civilians. The traveler awakens 500 years later alone, eventually meeting Paimon. Then we got Mondstadt. We arrive into Mondstadt. The traveler gets there during an attack by the dragon Divalin, also known as Storm Terror. Ruth, so does this really have anything to do with the new Moon Quest? Because I really gotta go do that. Yeah, both of you, since you haven't done it, I'm not gonna give you spoilers. But I believe that that shouldn't have been a war quest. Personally, I believe that should have been an Archon quest. And for the first time, we learned so many stuff about the travelers. So you should do them.
Love or freedom?
So we get to Mondstadt. Everyone believes Divalin has become evil. The traveler soon meets Venti, Jean, Diluc, the Knights of Avonius, and we learn the truth about Divalin, where we learn that Divalin was once one of Mondstadt's greatest protectors. 500 years ago, during the Cataclysm of Caria, Divalin fought the dragon Durin. He defeated Durin but became corrupted by Durin's poisonous blood. His pain and corruption allowed the Abyss Order to manipulate him. Rather than defeating Divalin, the Traveler and Venti cleansed his corruption, restoring their friendship. Yeah, halfway there. You're gonna like it. I mean, I already did it in my husband's account because he skips everything. So I told him, let me do your stuff, like you do the fights, and let me read the story. And that way I know what's happening. So when I do it in my account, I can make notes and have like a second view of the entire war quest. Because it's not the same when you're listening to the story the first time and when you're listening the second time. So then we learn Venti's secret in Mondstadt, where Venti revealed he's actually Barbatos, the Anemo Archon. He explained that the true freedom means allowing people to govern themselves instead of ruling over them. And then we have the Fatui strike, where immediately afterwards La Signora ambushes Venti. She forcibly tears his noses from his chest before escaping. And this is the traveler's first encounter with the Fatui Harabingers and hints that someone is collecting the Archon noses. That's okay, you don't have to run, Roots. Believe me, getting to that one waypoint, it's kind of complicated.
Which one should I choose?
Then we journey to Liyue, following Venti's advice. The traveler head to Liyue to meet the Geo Archon during the Rite of Dissension. Liyue is like the land of contracts, and Rex Lapis dies during the Rite of Dissension. The Geo Archon appears to be assassinated before the eyes of the entire nation, and the traveler immediately becomes a suspect. While trying to uncover the truth, we meet this mysterious consultant, which is Chongli. Together they prepare the rite of parting, a funeral for the supposedly dead Geo Archon. Along the way, the traveler learns about Liu's adepti, ancient contrasts, the history of the Archon War, and the relationship between gods and mortals.
Which one should I choose?
Then we meet Child also over there. The Fatui Harbinger Tartaglia or Child manipulates events to obtain Rex Lapis Gnosis. However, he thinks the Gnosis is within the Exuvia. However, when he finally makes it to the Exuvia contains no Gnosis. He unleashes the ancient sea monster Osial, overlord of the Vortex, hoping to force Rex Lapis to reveal himself. And there is an outbreak going on, so we're gonna wait those 3 minutes and continue. Hello, Jay. How are you? Oh my gosh, it's so late. How are you doing? Welcome to YouTube. We are waiting for an ad break to be over on Twitch. You're doing good? Yes, that's the spirit.
Love or freedom? Sorry. Which one should I choose?
Here it was raining cats and dogs. 1 more minute until the ad break is over. I decided something to remake my OCs. I don't care people get mad about it. Remake them and delete some of them. You gotta do things if you want to do those things. Like, don't mind about people. Do whatever feels right for you. That's the best piece of advice I can give you. Okay, less than 30 seconds for the ad break to end.
Which one should I choose?
Okay, and the ad break it's over. So as I was saying, however, we fight with Child, and instead of relying on their god in Liyue, the people of Liyue, the Kenshin, the Adeptide, the Millelith, and the Traveler join forces to defeat Osial. Ningguang sacrifices the Jade Chamber to Silosile once more. Zhongli's revelation, and then after this battle comes Zhongli's revelation. He is Morax, the Geo Archon. He willingly staged his own death, and he gave his noses by his own will to the Tsaritsa as part of a secret contract that we know nothing about up to these days. He explained that Liyue no longer needs a god to govern it. His final contract is to allow humanity to rule itself, and a contract to end all contracts. Nuna, are you gonna be upset if I...
And where are we going?
If I delete Rose? No, I will not be upset. We ask about Canria, the civilian, the cataclysm. Zhongli admits he knows more than he can say, but is bound by a contract that prevents him from revealing the truth. Instead, he tells us, continue your journey, witness every nation. The answer will come through experience, not simply by being told. The stupid Zhongli, I hate you, by the way. He also points the traveler towards Inazuma, though he warns us that it has become isolated.
Which one should I choose?
We also learned that Signora, I mean, although she was bad, she was following the Tsaritsa order, but also she was working behind the back of Shao in the case of Liyue, and that's more or less what we learned. So after that, after we're done, we try to find ways to go to Inazuma. We kind of meet with Beidou and Kazuha, which is what we did today. We learn about the Vision Hunt Decree, and that the Electro Archon has issued 2 decrees. One is the Sakoku Decree, which is closing the nation, and the Vision Hunt Decree confiscating visions. And no ordinary ships or people can enter. We asked for help. You guys see what happened in the Crocs Clash, which was this competition that we did today. And the prize is this masterless vision. Then we meet Kazuha, and he tells us at the end of the tournament, the story we saw about this masterless vision. And he told the story of his close friend, which was often back in the days called Tomo by the community. His friend challenged the Vision Hunt Decree. He lost a duel before the throne. He was executed by the Raiden Shogun's Muzo no Hitotachi, and his vision became masterless. Kazu has carried that vision ever since, wondering whether anyone else's vision could awaken it. This introduces one of Inazuma's central themes, which is the relationship between ambition, visions, and eternity. Beidou actually take us to Inazuma. We arrive to Inazuma, that it is where we are right now, in Rito. And the traveler, we reach there, and then we meet Toma. We also are kind of discovering that things are very restricted, more than expected. And this is where we are right now. The only thing I think we need to have clear from now on, I mean, not for Inazuma, but in terms of the Genshin lore. If you like the lore, who's driving the raid train? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna check it out. Is that we need to learn about the dragons. I have seen online, sadly, in the last few days, a lot of people talking on Instagram, hinting like, and I don't want to give a lot of spoilers of the new world quest in the moon, but saying things like Genshin is inventing new stuff, and in terms of the lore and the main lore of the story. Mizuki's so pretty. Oh my gosh, yes she is.
I'm not used to it at all.
All I want to say is no.
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
Is it the first name or the second name, Bunny? Now I don't know. Oh, okay. So what we found out is that in this work quest, in the moon work quest, right?
Which one should I choose?
A lot of people cannot remember the lore of the dragon era. And it is understandable because it has been almost 6 years, right? Since the launch of Genshin. Most of the dragon lore happened like bits by bits throughout these 6 years, and the biggest drop on the dragon lore happened actually in Natlan. But people kind of assume it was more Natlan stuff than actual dragon stuff, but it was lore dropping from the dragon era, right? And a lot of people didn't realize about that. And
which one should I choose?
I understand the confusion, and I understand the things that are being forgotten, I would say. We will be in the next stream. We're gonna continue with the Inazuma Art Conquest, but I want to take that opportunity to go in depth with the lore of the dragon era, talking just about the dragons, without mentioning anything related to the work quest of the moon, because I don't want to spoil it for those of you who haven't done it. But so we're gonna just talk about the past. So if you have questions, if you have things you are curious about regarding the dragon era, next Tuesday when we do the Inazuma Art Conquest, we're gonna be talking about the dragons. Okay, so it's midnight for me. I am kind of like Cinderella. So we're gonna be raiding. Somebody's driving the raid train tonight. Let me see where we're going. I mean, I know where we're going, but make sure. Yes. Okay, then we're gonna go over there.
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everything today. You're welcome, Drizzle. It was fun. We had fun. Your stream. I mean, I enjoyed it. Let us craft the raid message.
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
And we're gonna be raiding Calzone or Calzone 14. I still remember my Roman numbers. I'm so proud of myself because I hated that class when I was like in 4th or 5th grade. But I still remember them. But the teacher that I used to have back in the day, she was not very nice. I mean, she was not bad or mean to us, but she was very serious, and she was like one of those teachers that kind of made you feel like scared as a kid. I don't know how to explain it. She was like so serious, and I still remember her name. He was like Teacher Grau, and she was my math teacher until like 6th grade. I still remember her. She was serious and made us kind of scared, but she made me love math. I know it makes no sense, but things in my life rarely ever make sense. So make sure to copy that raid message.
Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all.
We're getting ready to raid Calzone 14. Thank you so much for hanging around with me. I love lore nights on Tuesdays for Genshin. It's my favorite thing to do all week. So I'm gonna see you all tomorrow for co-working in the morning, and then at night I don't even know what's on schedule. What's tomorrow? It's Wednesday. There's got to be something in schedule tomorrow, which I don't know, because I do the schedule but then I cannot memorize it. Why? I don't know either. Oh yeah, tomorrow is Art Nights Enfield. I need to catch up. I think it's either part of the main story or some quests. So we're raiding Calzone. For those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much, Jay, Lila. Thank you so much, Mel. Thank you so much, Wolf Hero Blade.
Which one should I choose?
Oh my gosh, wait, so yes, you can friend me. Listen, hold on. That's my number. Take the first one. There. The one that says Genshin. You can send me a friend request. Just let me know how your name shows up so I can approve it.
Even time itself.
What is your name in Genshin? Like your username, not the number, so I can approve it.
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
So I am in the North America server. I will be Wolf Hero Blade. Okay. I am in North America server. If you are in the server of another region, Genshin does not allow like friends in different servers.
Love or freedom? Sorry. Which one should I choose?
Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all.
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose? Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
Should I close early?
Love or freedom?
It's not like I'll get
Which one should I choose?
I'm not used to it at all.
Enjoy the blessing of Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Anation blessing now 10% off.
Love her freedom. Which one should I choose?
Sorry. I need to think about it.
It's not like I'll get any customers.
Enjoy the blessing of lesser Lord Kusanagi.
I'm not used to it at all.
Love her freedom. Which one should I choose?
Sorry.
Should I close early?
I need to think about it.
It's not like I'll get any customers.
Enjoy the blessing of lesser Lord Kusanagi.
Inazuma's cooking.
A nice and blessing now
I'm not used to it at all.
Love her freedom. Which one should I choose?
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers.
All things come to an end, even time itself.